Hi everybody, today I'm going to be making sweet paprika. Now I'm going to be using sweet bell peppers. Now as you can see, they come in different sizes and shapes. That's just the way they are, but they're all delicious. Some people think that the sweet bell peppers that have 3 lobes is a male, and then the one that has 4 lobes is a female, and that the female bell pepper is sweeter than the one with a 3 lobe, but they say that's a myth. Now I think that it is a myth because I've made it with both and they all taste the same. Now I already washed all my peppers and they're nice and clean and dry. I did this yesterday because I want to make sure that there's no moisture on them. See? So you want to remove the stem and the seeds inside. Get them nice and clean. I just split them open like this. See? And then just remove the seeds carefully. Now you don't want to leave the seeds in here because they're going to get bitter. It's a very easy process. Now you may be looking at this and saying, well, you can't make paprika out of bell peppers. Yes, you can. If you use bell peppers, you're going to get sweet paprika. Now the paprika peppers look a little like Anaheim peppers. They're long, they're skinny, and they're bright red. If you use those, they have a different flavor than these. These are the sweetest, I think, of all. Now it's not easy finding paprika peppers here in South Texas where we live, or at least not this time of year. But I will be able to find them sometime next month. And then I always make sure to grind me some because I love that kind of paprika too. Now the type of pepper you use will determine the flavor of your paprika, whether it's mild, smoky, or hot. Now I like making paprika out of sweet bell peppers because I like to use it for breakfast. You know, you can use it in your omelets, deviled eggs. You can make rubs with it, breakfast potatoes, fried potatoes, any kind of potatoes you want. You can use it on chicken, pork, beef. Just add it to your other seasoning and it's perfect and delicious. So I like to have all different kinds of paprikas. So I'm going to be using 3 bell peppers today. I like to make enough paprika to last me about a month or 2. You know, the more you make, the longer it sits in your pantry and then it loses some of its flavor. So I like to make just enough to last me for about a month or so. And I can do that with about 3 bell peppers or maybe 4, depending on the size. So I have removed all the seeds and the membrane. So what you want to do is you want to cut them into thin strips because the smaller and thinner they are, the quicker you can get them in and out of your oven. See? If you put them in like this, it'll take a lot longer. You want to cut them into strips like this. Very easy process. Like this. Now I'm done cutting up all my sweet bell pepper into strips. I'm going to be using these 2 racks right here. I like using racks like these because the heat is able to circulate around and get them all nice and dry all over. See? I just put my sweet bell peppers like this, right on the rack. Now try not to overlap them. Just do your best because you want them to dry up nice and even all over. So I have all my sweet bell peppers on my racks and they're ready to go. My oven is preheated to 175 degrees. The heating element in my oven is up at the top. So I like to put the rack right in the middle and then the other one right below it. You don't want your oven too hot because you don't want them to burn. You just want to dehydrate them slow and long. Now, if you notice that your oven is getting a little too hot, even though it's just 175 degrees, you can crack the door open a little bit up and let some of that heat come out and then just close it up and let them continue going. This process is going to take anywhere between 3.5 to 4 to maybe 4.5 hours. So I'll see you then. Hi everybody, I'm back. Now my bell peppers are nice and dehydrated. I just took them out of the oven and they're still nice and warm. They're real crispy. Now I usually put them right on top of a cookie sheet so that they don't fall on the floor. Very carefully, I just put them right here on this cookie sheet. See, and that's it for this one. Now I'll do the same thing with this. And that's good. I got it all. But if you have an easier way to do it, I'm sure it works and that's fine. So here's my grinder. This is a coffee grinder. I wanted to show you that I have other coffee grinders. Now one I use for like cloves and cinnamon and allspice, and one I use for cumin and peppercorn, and the other one I use for herbs, you know, because I don't want to mix those scents even though you clean them up really good. Now I have some leftover paprika right here, and this I made with paprika peppers. And I've had it for about 6, 7, 8 months. And this is the little bit I have left over of red bell peppers. So that's why I wanted to make some more. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it right here into my coffee grinder. Now I'm just going to grind it. And that's good. Now it might make you sneeze. So you can wear a mask if you want to do that. Now I'm going to put it right here into this little jar. Just put my funnel and I'm going to dump it in here. Now I'm just going to continue the process until I'm all done. Now I wanted to tell you that if you want to add a little bit of heat to your paprika, you can add like maybe 1 or 2 chile árbol in here and then grind it all up and it'll give it a little kick. Or you can add a little cayenne pepper, whatever you want, or just leave it alone so that it'll be nice and sweet. But you do have those options. And here it is. See? It's a beautiful color and it smells delicious. Now, if you notice that yours is a little clumpy, it could be because you didn't leave it in the oven long enough. Now, if it is a little clumpy, you can add just a little bit of cornstarch, and that's optional. I have the cornstarch right here in case I need it, but I don't because see how nice and smooth it is? But you can always add just a little bit, like maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon or even less than that. And then shake it up and keep it in a nice, cool, dry place. And it'll last you a good month or so, maybe even less if you cook a lot. See? So now it's ready to go. Real easy. So this is my homemade paprika using my red bell peppers. If you like my recipe, give me a thumbs up, send me a comment and tell me what you think. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you.